Presenter, Dr. Circuitus von Doom. CEO of DoomFab and mastermind of the Mad Fab Revolution. Dr. Circuitus von Doom, a genius with a penchant for evil innovation and a flair for dramatic presentations, has brought DIY semiconductor fabrication to the masses, one villainous circuit at a time. He may be known for his elaborate plans to control vending machines, but his true passion is empowering the next generation of tech tyrants. When he's not busy concocting diabolical devices, he enjoys crafting the perfect solder joint and scheming world domination. One microchip at a time. Page 1. Slide 1. Welcome to the DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Lab Summit event. Name, DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Lab Summit. Location, Madripoor. Objective, empower aspiring villains, tech enthusiasts, and innovators to break into the world of DIY integrated circuit fabrication with the lowest possible barrier to entry. Ladies and gentlemen, innovators of the night, and the occasional villainous mastermind day, welcome to DoomFab 249. If you've ever thought, why not build my own super chips from home? Then this summit is for you. Prepare to enter the world of cutting-edge tech with none of the hassle and all the power. Slide 2, Event Overview. Purpose, provide a low-cost, entry-level gateway into the world of semiconductor fabrication at home. Target audience, innovators, hobbyists, aspiring villain engineers, and the tech-obsessed denizens of Madripoor. Event highlights, hands-on workshops, expert talks, networking opportunities, and the grand unveiling of the DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Toolkit. In Madripoor, we don't do things the easy way, we do things the DoomFab way. We're bringing the world of integrated circuit fabrication to your fingertips, at a fraction of the price of those overpriced Silicon Valley labs. You're not just learning how to make microchips, you're learning how to make power. Slide 3, what is DoomFab 249? Description, the ultimate toolkit for DIY integrated circuit fabrication, designed for home use with minimal complexity. Price, $249. Key features, spin coater accents, compact spin coater for applying photoresist with precision. Dark projection 9000 ASense, a DIY photolithography system for crafting the circuits that will dominate the world. Evil Etcherasense, acid etching kit to carve out your villainous designs. Sinister Silicon Manual, a step-by-step guide for turning raw silicon into your own army of chips. It's not just a toolkit, it's a revolution in a box. At just $249, this is the lowest barrier to entry for anyone in Madripoor who's ever wanted to play God with transistors. Or maybe you just want to create a flashing LED circuit. Either way, DoomFab 249 is for you. Slide 4, why invest in DoomFab? Low-cost innovation, accessible price point makes it possible for anyone from hobbyists to villains to enter the world of circuit design. Growing market, with the DIY tech space expanding, there's a huge untapped market for accessible, home-based fabrication tools. Scalable potential, from beginner to advanced users, DoomFab 249 can grow with your skills, offering endless opportunities for creativity and innovation. Empowering the underdog, we're putting the power of Silicon Valley in your hands, but this time, it's for the underdogs, and we all know how dangerous they can be. If you want to bet on the next big thing in tech, bet on DoomFab. We're creating a movement. We're empowering every villain and visionary in Madripoor to join the ranks of the semiconductor elite. And let's face it, who doesn't want to build an army of chips from the comfort of their own lair? Slide 5, how DoomFab 249 works. Spin coater accents, apply photoresist like a pro without the need for an expensive lab setup. Dark projection 9000 ASense, project circuit patterns onto your wafer with deadly precision. Evil Etcherasense, etch away the excess and reveal your custom designs in the wafer. Testing and packaging, use the probe predicament station sense to check the functionality of your circuits, and wrap up with simple yet effective packaging. Think of it as your very own villainous factory, but without the overhead. A little bit of tech, a dash of evil, and a whole lot of innovation. You've got the tools, now let's see you create the next generation of circuitry. Slide 6, why now is the time for DoomFab 249 market trends. The DIY tech and maker movement are at an all-time high. More people than ever want to learn how to make their own tech, not just buy it. Global reach, with shipping across the globe, DoomFab 249 can turn any tech enthusiast from students to street-level innovators into a full-blown microchip maker. Capitalizing on a shortage, as the global semiconductor shortage continues, personal DIY solutions are no longer just an option, they're a necessity. We're not just selling tools. We're selling freedom. The freedom to create, to innovate, and to potentially dominate industries. With a single toolkit, DoomFab is opening the door for a revolution. And trust me, other venture capitalists who bet on us now are going to be the ones reaping the rewards when this wave hits. Slide 7, the market opportunity. Massive demand for DIY tech solutions, With an expanding global maker community, DoomFab 249 is positioned to become the go-to solution for hobbyists and innovators. Growing ecosystem. As more people enter the DIY semiconductor space, there will be an increasing demand for affordable, high-quality tools like DoomFab 249. Tech education boom. As tech education becomes more accessible, there's a new generation of engineers and hobbyists ready to dive in, and they need the tools to do it. Madripoor might be our starting point, but the world is watching. And when we say world domination, we're talking about a global DIY circuit fabrication empire. Slide 8, the DoomFab vision, a call to action. Join us on our mission. We're not just raising capital, we're creating an ecosystem where anyone, anywhere can design, fabricate, and innovate in their own DIY lab. Invest in DoomFab 249. With your support, we can scale our production, enhance our marketing efforts, and bring DoomFab 249 into the hands of even more aspiring innovators. So, fellow capitalists of Madripoor, are you ready to back the future of tech? Join us, and together, we'll build something much bigger than just a kit. We'll build an empire of DIY innovators. Slide 9, thank you. And next steps. Let's talk numbers. We're here to discuss the financials and the future. How to invest. Let's sit down and discuss the possibilities of making DoomFab 249 the most talked about name in tech. Thank you for your time, your enthusiasm, and your willingness to back the future. DoomFab is more than a product, it's a movement. And it's time to be a part of it. See you at the top, my friends. Final thought. Innovation doesn't wait. The world is ready for DoomFab. And with your investment, we'll make sure the world isn't just ready, it's terrified. Page 2. Slide 4, Summit Objectives. Alright, let's talk about the grand plan here, folks. The objectives of this summit are not just about slinging some solder and spinning a little silicon. No, we've got bigger things in mind. Let's break it down. Educate, provide a foundational understanding of semiconductor fabrication. We're starting at the basics, so don't worry, no touchy jargon here that's going to make your head spin. Whether you're an aspiring villain engineer or a tech enthusiast, we're going to break down semiconductor fabrication in ways that even your evil mastermind grandmother could understand. Think of it as semiconductors for dummies. But with more explosions and less bookbinding. Inspire, show how DIY fabrication can be the key to technological and villainous domination. Now, you didn't come here just to learn, right? You came to dominate. Picture this, you, sitting in your lair, casually designing circuits that could power your next world domination scheme. Let's check. Logic chips to control your death ray? Double check. We'll show you how those simple DIYs can fuel your ambition, a broken bar, or at least help you get your supervillain hobby off the ground. Collaborate, build a network of like-minded individuals through hands-on sessions and expert talks. And the best part? You're not alone on this villainous journey. The summit isn't just about education, it's about collaboration. We've brought together the brightest minds, from hobbyists to those with aspirations to rule the world. Whether you're networking with a fellow villain or discovering the next breakout tech genius, this summit is the perfect opportunity to find your evil genius team. Slide 5, Agenda Overview. So, what's the plan for today? Oh, it's an exciting day ahead. Let's look at what's on the schedule. Trust me, you're going to want to take notes, not just because I'm a genius, but because there might be a quiz later. There's not, but let's pretend there is for the dramatic effect. Morning session, Introduction to DIY Semiconductor Fabrication. We'll start with the essentials, and no need to worry if you've never seen a silicon wafer in your life. We'll walk through the basic principles, the ecosystem of materials, design, fabrication, and testing. Think of it as the ABCs of X. Once you're familiar with the basics, we'll hand you the tools to break it down yourself. Spoiler alert, you'll love the tools. Midday workshop, hands-on with DoomFab 249 tools. And now, the magic happens. This is where you get to stop being a spectator and start creating. We'll get down to business with hands-on workshops using the DoomFab 249 toolkit. The spin coat accents will let you feel like a high-tech mad scientist. The dark projection 9000 accents will turn your lab into the ultimate villain's workshop. And the evil etcher accents? Well, you'll be etching circuits like you're forging a weapon of mass innovation. Afternoon session, villainous applications and innovation. After lunch, we'll get into the real fun. We're not just building chips for the sake of it, oh no, we've got plans for world domination in mind. We'll explore how you can use your DIYs for practical applications. Maybe an LED flasher that catches the eye of any secret agents nearby, or perhaps a logic chip to control your army of robotic minions. Let's just say, if you're not thinking of world domination at this point, you're doing it wrong. Closing event, MadFab Society Networking. As the day wraps up, it's time for the MadFab Society Networking event. This is where you get to meet your future collaborators. Whether you're looking to build your tech empire, launch your evil lair, or just swap tips on making the perfect microchip, this is the place to meet your people. We'll toast to a future full of tech, power, and absolute domination. Who's in? Slide 6, DoomFab 249 Toolkit features now. Let's talk about the real treasure of this summit, the DoomFab 249 Toolkit. This is where the magic happens, folks. And when I say magic, I mean a whole lot of science mixed with just the right amount of villainous flair. Spin coat accents. This little beauty is perfect for applying photoresist evenly across your wafer. Whether you're just starting or you're already dreaming of your evil empire, the spin coat accents is compact, portable, and easy to use because even villains need portability when they're hopping from layer to layer. Dark projection 9000 accents. When it's time to etch your designs into the wafer, you need precision. Enter the dark projection 9000 accents. This DIY photolithography system allows you to project your circuit patterns with deadly accuracy. Now you can carve out the future of technology. Or the circuits that will control your mind-controlled army. Evil Etcher Sense Solution Pack. Etching has never been more fun or more dangerous. With our Evil Etcher Sense Solution Pack, you'll etch your creations in style. This solution is designed for photoresist development, and don't worry, it's villain approved for its precision and power. Not just any etching solution will do, this is the one you need. Inferno Bake Moduli Sense. Need to bake your chips to perfection? The Inferno Bake Moduli Sense is here. This furnace will help you cure and dope your creations to make them strong, reliable, and ready for action. Because if you're going to rule the world, your chips better be as tough as your ambitions. Metal Mayhem Keter Sense. Time to make those connections. The Metal Mayhem Keter Sense is for aluminum deposition, the key to creating the metallic connections that will power your circuits. You want your tech to be sleek, efficient, and ready for world domination? You'll need metal, and this kit's got you covered. Microscope of Doom Sense. You think your chips are ready? Time to inspect them with the microscope of Doom Sense. This little device will help you check gate widths, transistor health, and ensure everything is running at peak performance. Because if your chips are off by a fraction of a millimeter, your evil plans could come crashing down. And we can't have that. So, there you have it. The DoomFab 249 Toolkit isn't just a bunch of tools, it's your ticket to taking over the world, one microchip at a time. Let's get to work, people. The future of tech is in your hands, literally. Page 3. Slide 7, hands-on workshop details. Alright, let's get our hands dirty, people. We're not here just to talk about circuits, we're here to build them. Welcome to the most fun workshop you'll ever attend. Spoiler alert, there may or may not be explosions. Let's dive into how you'll be making your very first ick with the DoomFab 249 Toolkit. Objective: fabricate your first simple ick using DoomFab 249 tools. That's right, by the end of this workshop, you're going to have your very own, fully functional integrated circuit. And trust me, it's not as complicated as taking over Madripoor. You'll be channeling your inner mad scientist, and I'll be right there with you every step of the way. Guided steps. We'll start with the basics, coating your wafer with photoresist. Don't worry, it's a lot more fun than it sounds. Think of it like painting, except instead of a masterpiece for your living room, you're making the building blocks of your future evil empire. Next up, we're bringing out the Dark Projection 9000 accents. Sounds like something out of a Bond movie, right? But it's real, and it's going to project your circuit patterns onto that wafer with the kind of precision that would make any villain proud. Then we'll get into etching, diffusing, and depositing materials. It's like creating your own little silicon universe, and the best part is, it's all happening in your own DIY lab. You'll get to see the magic unfold before your eyes. Literally. Outcome. At the end of the session, you won't just be holding a wafer, you'll be holding a piece of future technology. A real, functional chip that you fabricated yourself. You'll also walk away with a complete understanding of the process. So when you go back to your lair, or maybe just your basement workshop, you'll know exactly what you're doing when it comes to chip fabrication. Slide 8. Villainous applications for DIYX. Now, let's get to the juicy part, the applications. Yes, we're talking about what your new chips can do, and no, we're not just talking about running your Netflix account. We're talking about real villainous applications. Here's how these DIYX can power your evil genius. Build simple icks, from LED flashes to logic circuits. Want to light up your lair like a true villain? Build a basic LED flasher circuit. It's simple, but when you add a few 100,000 of them, it's the perfect way to create a light show for your evil monologue. And for those of you with a bit more ambition, you can use your DIYX to build logic circuits. Picture this, you're controlling complex devices with a circuit you made. A little bit of logic, a little bit of villainous creativity, and voila, you're in charge of the tech. Innovate with transistors, perfect for educational purposes or nefarious devices. Now, let's talk about transistors as the backbone of modern electronics. And while the average tech nerd might use them for, I don't know, making cell phones or computers, we know better. We're thinking bigger. Transistors in your hands? Perfect for making devices that might just end up in the hands of people you want to control. You know, for educational purposes, a broken bar and world domination. Future use cases. Let's take a look into the future, shall we? Imagine creating circuits that allow you to listen in on secret communications. Spy circuits, people. You can monitor the frequencies, intercept messages, and gain intel like the true villain you are. But wait, it gets better. How about mind control? I'm talking about creating your very own mind control module as a sense. Not for people, that would be too predictable. No, I'm talking about controlling vending machines in Madripoor. Imagine the chaos. The snacks will be yours to control. Slide 9, join the Mad Fab Society sense. Okay, so now that you're fully equipped to dominate the world, or at least take over the vending machines, let's talk about how you can continue your villainous journey with the Mad Fab Society sense. Trust me, you want to be part of this. Exclusive community, access to a forum of DIY villains and innovators. When you join the Mad Fab Society sense, you're not just getting access to cool tools, you're gaining entry to an exclusive community. Think of it as the underground lair of DIY tech geniuses. A place where you can share your wild ideas, troubleshoot, and maybe even swap tips on your secret plans for world domination. Challenges and competitions. Enter the Evil Circuit Challenge sense for fame, fortune, and exclusive upgrades. Who doesn't love a good competition? And what better way to flex your DIY building skills than by entering the Evil Circuit Challenge sense? Not only will you gain fame and fortune, but you'll also get access to some exclusive upgrades that will take your tech to the next level. And I'm not talking about a bigger soldering iron, I'm talking about tools and features that would make even Dr. Doom jealous. Collaboration opportunities, share ideas, troubleshoot, and innovate together. The Mad Fab Society sense isn't just about making chips, it's about making friends, or, if you're feeling villainous, associates. You'll have the chance to collaborate with like-minded individuals, troubleshoot your designs, and come up with the next breakthrough that's going to make headlines in Madripoor. Who knows, your next idea could be the one that changes the world, a broken bar or at least the snack machine industry. So, let's recap. You get to fabricate your own chips, create tech for world domination, and join an exclusive community that's as focused on innovation as it is on causing a little chaos. What are you waiting for? The Mad Fab Society sense is calling. Time to make your mark on the world, a broken bar or at least the vending machines of Madripoor. Page 4. Slide 10, registration and pricing. Alright, here's the part where I know you all are eagerly waiting for the fine print, and let me tell you, it's as good as the rest of the pitch. Because not only are you getting access to the DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Lab, but you're also getting a one-way ticket to the future of villainy. Ticket price, $249 for the DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Lab Toolkit. Yes, you heard that right. Just $249. For the price of a fancy dinner with your partner, or, if you're in Madripoor, possibly a good meal with a side of chaos, you get access to the full DoomFab experience. Not just a toolkit, but an education in villainous innovation. And don't worry, no hidden fees unless you count the level of villainy you can unlock. What's included? For your $249, you're not just getting a box of tools that looks like it came out of a sci-fi movie. You're getting the entire DoomFab 249 toolkit, including tools that will make your enemies question their life choices. We've got Spin Coat sense, Dark Projection 9000 sense, Evil Etcher sense, and much more. Plus, you get full access to the summit, where you'll be immersed in hands-on workshops, networking with fellow tech enthusiasts, and maybe making a few interesting connections. Special offers. But wait, if you're one of those who likes a good deal, you're in luck. Early registration gets you a special discount. And if you bring a group of like-minded aspiring villains, we'll give you a sweet deal on group sign-ups. Why? Because we believe in villainous collaboration and, well, we don't mind a little extra chaos in numbers. Add-ons? For those of you who want to level up your DoomFab experience, we've got some exclusive add-ons. First, the Villainous Vacuum Chamber sense, $99. It's like having your own personal lair for all your fabrication needs, minus the creepy vibes. Next, the Evil Automation Software Suite sense, $49. It's the ultimate tool for automating your nefarious plans. Think of it as the evil genius version of pressing a button and watching the world burn. Slide 11, sponsors and partners. Of course, none of this would be possible without our villainous collaborators. We like to think of them as our partners in Crimea Broken Bar, but for now, they're also partners in DoomFab. Our villainous partners. Let's give a round of applause to our sponsors and collaborators who have helped bring this summit to life. These are the tech companies and innovators who understand that true greatness doesn't come from just building things, it comes from building them with a side of chaos. From the tech giants supporting our event to the suppliers who bring us the gear, they're all part of the DoomFab revolution. Sponsorship opportunities. And for those of you looking to join forces with DoomFab, we're always open to new partnerships. Maybe you're a tech company with a few gadgets of your own that could enhance the DoomFab experience. Maybe you just really like chaos. Either way, we're welcoming sponsors with open arms. So, if you know a company that wants to be part of the world's most villainous DIY tech summit, point them our way. The spotlight is waiting. Slide 12, Event Logistics. Now, I know what you're thinking. Enough about the villains and the tech, what's the real deal with the event? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Venue, the DoomFab Summit Chamber, Madripoor. This isn't just any venue. This is the DoomFab Summit Chamber, a place designed to house the tech gods of tomorrow, or at least those of you who want to be them. Think of it like your very own villainous lair, but with less marble and more tech wizardry. We've got the space, the tech, and the atmosphere to make sure you leave inspired and ready to take on the world. Date, insert date. Mark your calendars, because this is going to be an event you won't want to miss. Trust me, if you skip this, you'll regret it. There will be no excuses, unless you're trapped in your own trap-filled dungeon. But we all know you won't be. So, keep your date free for the most important event of the year. Travel and accommodation. We know you're all busy taking over the world, but don't worry about your travel plans. We've got the best accommodations and transport options right near the event. Whether you're arriving by private jet, boat, or if you're like me, a secret tunnel system, we've got you covered. Details on nearby accommodations and travel will be sent out closer to the event. Let's just say, Madripoor's hospitality is as legendary as its unpredictable traffic. COVID-19 and safety measures. And, of course, safety is our priority. We've got all the necessary COVID-19 protocols in place to ensure that while you're creating chaos, you're not creating a health hazard. We want this to be the most fun summit you'll ever attend, with a guaranteed villainous return home. We'll be sure to keep you informed on any safety measures as we get closer to the event date. So, to wrap it up, get ready for a summit like no other. We've got the tech, the tools, and the villainous ambition to change the game. The DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Lab Summit is where innovation meets mayhem, and trust me, you'll want to be part of it. So, who's ready to create something legendary? I know I am. Page 5. Slide 13, final thoughts. Alright, we've reached the final round, and I know you're all wondering, why DoomFab? Why now? Why Madripoor? Well, here's the thing, this is your invitation to be part of something big. And by big, I mean revolutionizing the world of DIY semiconductor fabrication. With a dash of villainous flair. Invitation to innovate. You see, this summit isn't just about learning how to make chips. It's about taking your DIY semiconductor skills and bringing them to the next level. And let's be honest, we could all use a little more next level. Whether you're here to innovate, disrupt, or just create an unstoppable tech empire, DoomFab is where you can make it happen. And what better place than Madripoor? A city built on risk, chaos, and untapped potential. If you want to make your mark in the tech scene here, we're handing you the keys to the kingdom. Call to action. So, here's your chance to join the MadFab revolution. Don't wait for the competition to catch up. Get in now and start building the future of villainous technology. Whether you're looking to change the world or just have a little fun with it, DoomFab is your ticket. Register today, grab your toolkit, and come join us. Together, we'll make sure that when people think of tech in Madripoor, they'll be thinking of us. And, of course, you. Because let's face it, if you're not in it, you're going to be stuck watching others from the sidelines. And we all know what that looks like. A broken bar. Just ask anyone who didn't sign up for DoomFab in the first place. Spoiler, they're probably still stuck in the 90s with their DIY breadboard nonsense. Slide 14, contact information. Now, I know you're all probably thinking about how you're going to sign up, and what next steps look like. So, let me make it easy for you. Take out your phones, your tablets, or that fancy gadget you're hiding under the table. Yes, I'm watching. Don't worry, we're all friends here. Here's how you can get in touch with us. Website. First up, check out our website. You'll find everything you need there. All the details on the event, the DoomFab 249 toolkit, and maybe even some sneak peeks at what we've got brewing for the future. It's like a portal to villainy and semiconductor brilliance all in one. Trust me, you'll want to bookmark it. We'll be waiting for you. Insert website. Email. Second, for any burning questions that you just can't get out of your head right now, trust me, I've been there, shoot us an email. We're here to make your dreams of tech domination a reality. Or, at least give you a good start. Insert contact email. Social media. And of course, we're everywhere you are. Want to keep up with the latest event updates, check out some behind-the-scenes madness, or just get an early peek at what's coming next? Follow DoomFab on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We're dropping knowledge bombs and villainous tech tips on all those platforms. Plus, you'll get a chance to see who else is joining the Mad Fab revolution. Just remember, we're the ones with the best memes, and our followers are some of the most innovative minds on the planet. So, get on it. Join the DoomFab community. We're not just making circuits here, we're making history. And you're all invited to be a part of it. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you at the summit. Where tech dreams meet villainous schemes. Page 6. PowerPoint outline for DoomFab Series B capital raise. Slide 1, title DoomFab 249, Empowering the Next Generation of DIY Semiconductor Fabricators in Madripoor. Subtitle, Raising Series B Funding for the Future of Villainous Innovation. Presenter, your name, CEO of DoomFab. Location, Madripoor Venture Capital Summit. Slide 2, Introduction to DoomFab. Who we are. DoomFab is leading the charge to bring DIY integrated circuit fabrication to the masses with the DoomFab 249 toolkit. We make semiconductor fabrication as accessible as it is revolutionary. The problem we're solving: expensive, complex, and inaccessible equipment for DIY fabrication. Lack of accessible education for aspiring innovators, hobbyists, and aspiring villains. Our solution: DoomFab 249, the lowest barrier to entry for DIY integrated circuit fabrication with high-quality tools and expert guidance. Slide 3, Value Proposition Empowerment through Simplicity. Empowering the curious minds of Madripoor to fabricate integrated circuits at home with the simplest tools and step-by-step instructions. Key values: affordable, accessible, and empowering. Key differentiator. Price point, $249. Affordable for students, hobbyists, and future industry disruptors. Ease of use, comprehensive toolkit with a guidebook that even the most novice hobbyist can follow. Support, access to the exclusive Mad Fab Society Sense for community support and innovation. Slide 4, Toolkit Overview. Spin Coater XASense. Compact spin coater for uniform photoresist application. Speed range of 1,000 5000 rpm for optimized silicon wafer preparation. Dark projection 9000 A-sense. DIY photolithography system utilizing a modded DLP projector and custom optics. Preloaded sinister circuit patents sense for various designs. Evil etcher sense solution pack. Phosphoric acid and potassium hydroxide solutions for etching and development. Safety gloves and villain branded goggles for protection. Inferno bake module sense. Mini tabletop furnace for doping and curing processes up to 1,100 degrees C. Metal mayhem keter sense. Thermal evaporator setup for aluminum deposition, including Madripoor Metallic sense aluminum. Microscope of Duma sense. High magnification inspection microscope with USB camera for quality control and analysis. Probe predicament station sense. Compact testing station with tungsten needles and a mini multimeter for immediate feedback. Slide 5, What makes DoomFab 249 unique? Affordable pricing. Priced at $249, making it the most affordable integrated circuit toolkit for DIY enthusiasts. Comprehensive guidance. Includes the Sinister Silicon, the complete guide to DIY fabrication manual to ensure success, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro. Versatility. Compatible with standard 200mm wafers, but optimized for simplicity and ease of use. Exclusive community access. Membership to the Mad Fab Society Sense, our exclusive online community for troubleshooting and innovation. Slide 6, Add-on options. Villainous vacuum chamber sense, $99. Enhanced sputtering and deposition processes for advanced users and professionals. Evil automation software Swite sense, $49. Streamlined software tools for designing and automating circuit patterns, making fabrication even more efficient. Slide 7, Applications of DoomFab 249. Build simple X. Like the iconic Madripoor flasher circuits, bringing light and innovation to your creations. Create functional logic chips. Perfect for educational purposes or simple devices reminiscent of 1970s tech. Transistor experimentation. Dive deep into transistor designs and fabricate your own for educational, professional, or villainous purposes. The possibilities are endless. From innovative tech applications to mind control devices, DoomFab empowers you to experiment and create what you desire. Slide 8, Market Opportunity. Addressable market. There's a growing community of hobbyists, engineers, and students eager to get into DIY semiconductor fabrication. With DoomFab, we tap into the uncharted territory of affordable fabrication, expanding the market from academia to innovation-driven tech and villainous ventures. Growth potential. As the first to bring accessible, DIY semiconductor fabrication to the masses, DoomFab holds the potential to dominate this niche. The demand for hands-on, Low-cost learning tools in the tech sector is growing rapidly. Slide 9, Revenue Model Projections. Initial Product Offering. DoomFab 249 Toolkit at $249. Add-on sales. Villainous Vacuum Chamber Ascents at $99. Evil Automation Software Suite Ascents at $49. Projected revenue. Expecting $2 million in revenue by the end of year 1, with 10,000 units sold and continued growth driven by add-on sales and community engagement. Slide 10, Funding Request. Series B funding goal. $5 million for scaling production, expanding our toolkit offering, and increasing marketing efforts. The funds will also be used to build partnerships, expand the Madfab Society Ascents, and enhance our product line with next-gen tools. Use of funds. 40% production scaling A to meet growing demand. 30% marketing partnerships A to build brand recognition and expand our community. 30% R&D and product development A to improve current offerings and introduce new products. Slide 11, Why invest in DoomFab? Innovative disruptor in the tech space. DoomFab is making semiconductor fabrication accessible to the masses, with a product that's affordable, easy to use, and future-focused. Scalable business model. With an affordable toolkit and a growing community, DoomFab is positioned for massive scalability. Strong market demand. The demand for accessible DIY semiconductor fabrication tools is real, and DoomFab is in the perfect position to capitalize on this growing trend. Villainous vision. This isn't just about making chips, so it's about empowering innovators and aspiring villains to create the next big thing. And who doesn't want to be a part of that? Slide 12, Contact information. Website, insert website, email, insert email, follow us, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Slide 13, Q&A. Open the floor for questions and engage with investors. This pitch outline gives a clear and engaging overview of DoomFab's value proposition, market opportunity, and funding needs, all with a humorous and villainous twist, perfectly suited for a venture capital audience in Madripoor. Page 7. Slide 1, Welcome to DoomFab's revolution. Cue dramatic lighting and sinister laugh. Ah, yes, welcome, my esteemed colleagues and future masters of the universe. I am Dr. Circuitus von Doom, the architect of your tech-tacular futures. Today, we embark on a journey that will forever change the way you view semiconductor fabrication. And do so in only the most villainous way possible. Welcome to the DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Lab Summit. Are you ready to harness the raw, unbridled power of the microchip? No need for a fancy lab or a team of minions. A DoomFab lets you do it all from the comfort of your own evil lair. And let's face it, who says tech innovation can't be dark, delicious, and just a bit diabolical? Grab your lab coats, folks, so let's make some seriously evil circuits. Slide 2, DoomFab 249 are the ultimate toolkit for villainous minds. Now, let me introduce you to the pride of DoomFab, the DoomFab 249. This is not just any toolkit. This is the ultimate toolkit that unlocks the secrets of DIY integrated circuit fabrication. Whether you're a hobbyist looking to create a simple flasher circuit to annoy your neighbors, or a budding tech mogul planning to build your own mind control modulars ascents to take over the world, DoomFab 249 makes it all possible. And for just $249, you'll have the lowest barrier to entry for the world of semiconductors. Or should I say, the lowest barrier to world domination? After all, why should villains have to pay exorbitant prices for world-changing tools? We believe in making power affordably, and your first step toward global conquest should be just a click away. And for the truly ambitious, this toolkit will be your gateway to creating the future, or, at the very least, creating the circuits that control it. Slide 3, Contents of the DoomFab 249 Toolkit. Cue dramatic hand wave over the images of the tools. Now, let's talk about the tools that will make your most villainous dreams come true. First, we have the spin coat Accent Safe for those who need a perfectly uniform layer of photoresist for their nefarious endeavors. It spins at speed so fast, it'll leave your enemies and your competitors dizzy with confusion. Best part? It's small enough to fit in even the most remote layer, from a dark basement to the top of your secret volcano fortress. Speed toward evil supremacy in style. Next up, the Dark Projection 9000 Sensor, the most sinister photolithography system this side of the world. This little beauty lets you use preloaded masks of sinister circuit patterns ascents, so you can create nefarious microcircuits in no time at all. And for those wondering, yes, we've considered all kinds of evil designs, from world domination chips to circuits for your secret layers lights. It's all here. But wait, there's more. The Evil Etcher Ascents Solution Pack will ensure you can etch your creations to perfection. It includes gloves and goggles, because let's face it, you must look the part of a true villain while you work. Safety is important, even for the most twisted minds. And let's not forget the Inferno Bake Module Sense, because what is a circuit without intense heat? This tabletop furnace allows you to bake your chips at temperatures so hot, it could melt the hopes and dreams of your enemies. After all, who doesn't want to make chips with the intensity of a villain's ambition? It's perfect for doping, curing, and maybe just a bit of evil roasting. Pause for dramatic effect. So, as you can see, my friends, DoomFab 249 isn't just a toolkit, it's your ticket to power. A world where circuits bend to your will, and where your evil schemes are executed with precision. And all for the low price of $249. Are you ready to change the world? Because, with DoomFab, the future is yours for the taking, one circuit at a time. End with a sinister chuckle and a knowing look, page 8. Slide 4, what makes DoomFab 249 unique? Slight pause for effect. Now, you may be wondering, what sets DoomFab apart from those other, boring circuit toolkits on the market? Well, let me enlighten you. First of all, $249. Yes, you heard me right, to $249. That's ridiculously affordable for hobbyists, students, and those of you looking to enter the villainous circuit game without needing to mortgage your secret lair or sell your favorite minion. This is your chance to become the mastermind you were always meant to be, without breaking the bank. We've also included our sinister silicon manual because, let's face it, what's an evil genius without a little guidance? In this masterpiece of literature, you'll have everything you need to make your very first chipper, and don't worry, it's written in a mildly sinister, yet highly educational tone. And, for those of you who like to connect with other aspiring world dominators, you'll get exclusive access to the MadFab Society Sense Forum. This isn't just a place to swap ideas about circuits, it's where you'll find your fellow innovators plotting their next big move. Or perhaps their small but incredibly effective move. Oh, and compatibility. Don't worry. DoomFab 249 works with standard 200mm wafers, the same ones used by industry professionals. So, whether you're working out of a hidden lair or your grandparents' basement, you'll be able to create like a pro. After all, world domination is best executed from the shadows, not in a highly visible, poorly equipped workshop. Slide 5, add-ons for the truly diabolical, shifts into a dramatic tone, but we're not done yet, my friends. For those of you who want to take your madness to the next level, we have two truly diabolical add-ons. First up, the villainous vacuum chamber sense. This little beauty will allow you to take your sputtering processes to unimaginable heights. Think of it as a way to enhance your sputtering capabilities, not just for the typical chip, but for the most complex and devious designs your twisted minds can think up. Because why settle for basic when you can have the best? And for the true power-hungry geniuses among you, prepare yourselves for the evil automation software suite sense. Once you've made your first circuit, you'll realize the one thing that all great villains have in common: they don't just stop at one. They automate. They streamline. They create entire empires of circuits with a simple click. Efficiency, my friends, is the key to total domination, and this suite will help you build more, faster, and with absolute precision. Slide 6, practical applications for your evil creations, leans forward slightly, raising an eyebrow. Let's talk about applications, because what is power if you don't know how to use it? With the DoomFab 249, the possibilities are endless. You can start smaller by creating simple X, like the classic Madripoor flasher circuits. Perfect for sending a signal to your loyal underlings or to light up your lair in the most dramatic fashion possible. Imagine, every time you enter a room, the lights flicker on like you're stepping into a scene from your next big villain monologue. Feeling a bit more ambitious? You can use DoomFab 249 to create logic chips that make the 1970s tech look like child's play. Picture this: your enemy is trying to send encrypted messages on their old, slow tech while your chips whiz by with the efficiency of a well-oiled villainous machine. But why stop there? Oh no, you can go full villain mode with transistor designs. Need a chip to control all the vending machines in your area? Done. Want to infiltrate worldwide communications for your next diabolical plan? Even better. With DoomFab 249, the world is your diabolical playground and your creations will rule it. Pauses for effect and smiles darkly. So, whether you're building for the sublime or the sinister, DoomFab 249 equips you to craft the technology that will reshape the world one evil circuit at a time. Page 9. Slide 7, the MadFab Society Ascents, smiles wickedly. Let me introduce you to the MadFab Society Ascents. They are exclusive, invite-only community of like-minded masterminds. This is where the world's next top villains are forging their plans, sharing their most diabolical innovations, and, of course, gloating over the evil genius of their creations. It's a place where you'll connect with other circuit-bound thinkers and exchange ideas that can change the course of history. Or at least cause a few minor inconveniences to the general public. And speaking of exchange, we have the Evil Circuit Challenge Sensei, where you can compete for fame, fortune, and naturally exclusive upgrades. The winner might just receive a limited edition Sinister Silicon Toolkit Sense, Or perhaps something even more nefarious, like the power to turn any device into a mind-controlled minion. It's like a networking event. But instead of small talk over canapé tilde copyright S, you're plotting your next move from the comfort of your evil lair. Think of it as the ultimate place to meet fellow innovators, all while keeping a low profile. Far from the prying eyes of the law, of course. Slide 8. Why now? Why DoomFab? Pauses dramatically. Why now? Why DoomFab? The answer is simple, my friends, because the future is about controlling the circuits that power our world. And, let me tell you, the world runs on chips. Whether they're powering smartphones, controlling satellites, or even secret weaponry. And now, thanks to DoomFab 249, you can be the one in control. With DoomFab 249, you'll have everything you need to build an empire of your own. Create educational tools for future generations of diabolical engineers, or perhaps, just develop the next big thing that will put all of your competitors to shame. I mean, what good is world domination if you don't have the right tools, right? You can't very well build your global takeover with a rusty screwdriver and a wishful thinking. For the low price of $249, you'll be one step closer to your evil ambitions. With DoomFab 249, the future is within your grasp, and that future, my friends, is a future you control. Slide 9, join the DoomFab revolution, leans forward, eyes gleaming. Now, I invite you, no, I command you to join the DoomFab revolution. The path to semiconductor greatness, and let's be honest, world domination, is paved with circuit boards. And lucky for you, we've just handed you the keys to the most powerful toolkit on the market. Register today for the DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Lab Summit, and take the first step toward shaping the future. Don't let this opportunity slip away like your last evil plot that failed miserably because of faulty wiring. Embrace your destiny, because the future belongs to those who fabricate the circuits that power it. And with DoomFab, my friends, you will be the one holding the power. Pauses for effect, grinning widely, join us, and let's dominate her together. Dramatic exit, with maniacal laugh in the background, page 10. Slide 10, final thoughts and call to action, pauses for dramatic effect, looking out over the room with a wicked grin. Ah, my friends, the time has come for you to take the next step. Join us, and together we shall not merely create circuits, we will build an empire. The Mad Fab revolution is waiting for you, and it's more thrilling than a diabolical plan unfolding on a global scale. Register today, and let's bring your evil plans to life with the precision of a circuit board and the ambition of a true villain. With DoomFab 249, the power is literally in your hands, yes, right now, as you sit there, plotting your next move. Think about it, a toolkit capable of changing the world, or at least causing a bit of chaos along the way. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. You don't want to miss the chance to become part of the most exclusive, villainous tech community in all of Madripoor. Trust me, it's not an opportunity you want to miss. Unless, of course, you're into being left behind, but if you're still here, I know you're not that foolish. So, I'll leave you with this, register today, and let's shape the future together. And who knows? Perhaps we'll meet again at the top of the technological food chain, or, should I say, at the bottom, where all the best villains truly belong. Smiles sinisterly, voice lowering, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you at the top. Or perhaps, the bottom, of the food chain. Cue sinister laugh and dramatic exit. End of presentation. Lights flicker ominously as Dr. Circuitus Von Doom exits with an evil cackle, page 11. Slide, welcome to the DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Lab. Cue ominous lighting, Dr. Circuitus Von Doom steps into the spotlight with a gleam in his eye. Welcome, my future masterminds of technology and turmoil. I am Dr. Circuitus Von Doom, your guide to the dark art of semiconductor fabrication, and today, we embark on a journey that will forever change your destiny, or, perhaps, the destiny of the world. Mwahaha. Behold, the DoomFab 249 DIY Integrated Circuit Lab, your gateway to becoming Madripoor's most feared semiconductor mastermind. With this toolkit in your hands, the power to create evil devices of all kinds is now at your fingertips. What's a villain without their tools? A lot less villainous, that's what. But don't worry, the DoomFab 249 isn't just a set of tools, it's your pathway to global domination. Or at least to mastering integrated circuits. And it all starts with a little bit of knowledge. So, let's begin, shall we? Step 1, understand the ecosystem, mind map overview. Dramatic pause as Dr. Circuitus gestures to a holographic mind map appearing on the screen. Now, my aspiring villainous engineers, before we dive into the nuts and bolts, we must first understand the ecosystem of integrated circuit fabrication. This isn't just about making chips, no, this is about creating a global infrastructure of power. And every ecosystem needs its elements. At the core, we have raw materials, so the essential building blocks of your evil empire. Evil Sealer Sense Wafers. These silicon wafers, my dear friends, are the very foundation of your circuits. They are the platform upon which your villainous designs will take shape. Think of them as the canvas upon which your masterpieces of technology will be painted. Villain Chemisense Potions. Now, what is evil without its potions? These are your photoresists, your etching solutions, the chemicals that will allow you to etch your designs onto your wafers, creating circuits that are as sinister as your ambitions. Dark Gaseous Sense. Phosphine and argon sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, doesn't it? But these gases are essential for doping and deposition. In other words, they make your circuits powerful, or they give your creations the edge they need to dominate the world. And, they make everything smell a little mysterious. Step 2, Design and Planning. Another dramatic flourish as Dr. Circuitous makes a gesture toward a digital design board. Next, we enter the realm of design and planning, because what is power if you don't know how to wield it? This step is where your diabolical brilliance will shine. You're not just creating a chip, no, you are crafting a powerful weapon. Malicious Mask Maker Sense. This is where true evil begins. With our DLP projection system, you can craft precise circuit designs, the kind that will have the world trembling in fear. You will be the master of patterns, shaping the fate of your creations with a single click. Sinister Carder Sense Software. And then, for your evil genius at work, you'll need a layer tool or something compatible with the likes of Photoshop for creating your most sinister designs. Build your circuits, lay out your transistors, and prepare to make your move. This is where your designs will come to life. And where you'll start plotting your rise to power. Remember, every villain knows that good planning is the key to success, whether you're building a chip or building an empire. Dr. Circuitous smiles wickedly. Now, my dear students of evil, the path is clear. With these tools, this knowledge, and your ambition, the world will soon be yours to command. But first, let's move forward to the next step in your journey toward ultimate power. Are you ready? Dramatic pause. I thought so, mwahaha. End of slide 2, page 12. Slide, Fabrication Steps. Dr. Circuitous Von Doom strides confidently across the stage, an air of sinister authority about him. Now we move on to the spine-tingling part of your journey, the fabrication steps. This is where your visions of diabolical brilliance come to life, like a mad scientist in the final stages of their most evil experiment. Are you ready to cause some chaos? Excellent. Let's begin. Step 3, Spinning Mayhem. Apply photoresist uniformly with a spin coat Sense. First, we have Spinning Mayhem. Oh yes, it sounds exactly like what it is. The spin coat Sense is your tool of choice for applying photoresist to your wafer. Think of it as the paintbrush for your evil canvas, but instead of creating a beautiful masterpiece, you're preparing the surface to engrave your doom into the very fabric of reality itself. This spin coating process applies a layer of photoresist that is even, precise, and ready to handle the torment of the etching process ahead. With a spin coat Sense, it's all about the perfect layer of evil precision. Don't get too excited, we'll get to the fun part soon enough. Step 4, Dark Projection 9000 Sense. Project circuit patterns with precision. Now, onto the Dark Projection 9000 Sense. What is this, you ask? Why, it's the ultimate weapon in your design arsenal. With the Dark Projection 9000 Sense, you'll project your circuit patterns onto the wafer with a kind of precision that will have your rivals shaking in fear. Gone are the days of sloppy designs and amateurish attempts at world domination. No, number. With the Dark Projection 9000 Sense, you're etching your diabolical blueprint onto silicon like a mastermind executing their most well-laid plans. The projections are sharp, clear, and ready to unleash the chaos you've carefully crafted. Precision is everything after all. You wouldn't want your evil plans to get tangled in bad wiring, would you? Step 5, Evil Etcher Sense. Carve pathways into your silicon for those electrifying connections, and the other magic happens as we arrive at the Evil Etcher Sense. Oh yes, my dear friends, this is where the pathways to power are carved into the silicon itself. Picture it, your creation, your circuit, beginning to form right before your eyes. The Evil Etcher Sense makes its mark on the wafer, carving out pathways to electrifying connections. This is where the real fun begins, cutting, etching, and channeling electrical forces to create the most powerful circuits known to mankind, or, at least, to your enemies. The result? Perfect pathways for electrons to flow are giving you the power to control the world. Or at least your diabolical devices. Trust me, you'll love the results. Slide, Testing and Packaging. Dr. Circuitous Von Doom raises an eyebrow, as if savoring the evilness of what's to come. Now, after the eternal chaos of fabrication, we move on to the next phase, testing and packaging. Is your creation truly ready to rule the world? Let's find out. Step 6, Probe Predicament Station Sense. Verify that your creations are fully functional. Welcome to the Probe Predicament Station Sense. Here, we test if your circuit is truly functional, or if it's just a sad, pitiful excuse for a failed attempt at power. Do you want to be laughed off the world stage? No, I didn't think so. Here, we probe your circuits, verifying that they will function as intended without any unfortunate explosions or, worse, failure. After all, no villain worth their salt would ever launch an empire on faulty tech. This is where your evil designs are tested to make sure they can withstand the power you plan to harness. Step 7, Packaging of Doom. Protect your X with simple epoxy coatings or upgrade later once your evil creation passes the probe predicament station ascents. It's time for the final touch at the packaging of doom. Here, we coat your X in epoxy to protect them from the mortal world. Think of it as armoring your chips and making them impervious to the wear and tear of lesser beings. But beware, should you want to take things to the next level, you can upgrade the packaging to something even more terrifying, like nano coatings or ceramic encapsulation. After all, who wants a vulnerable circuit when you're planning to dominate the world? Slide, Applications. Dr. Circuitus von Doom motions grandly, as though presenting the next great evil plot. Now, the fun really begins. You've crafted your diabolical devices, you've tested your power, and now, you must unleash them. But what to create? What will further your ambitions? Let's talk applications, shall we? Step 8, Electro-villainous devices. Build LED flashes, simple logic chips, or even guitar pedals for Madripoor's underground bands. Are you an aspiring tech tyrant with a flair for the dramatic? Then I suggest you start with electro-villainous devices, LED flashes to signal your underlings, simple logic chips to control your diabolical creations, or perhaps even guitar pedals for Madripoor's underground bands. After all, what better way to command the masses than with the power of electronic music and flashing lights? It's spectacular, it's electrifying, and it's just the beginning. Step 9, Sinister show-off circuits. Display your microchip prowess to dominate local maker fairs. Lastly, once you've mastered your craft, it's time for the sinister show-off circuits, are perfect for dominating local maker fairs. Display your microchip prowess, and watch as others bow before your superior technology. After all, what's the point of creating powerful circuits if you don't have the chance to show them off? Go ahead, leave your competition in the dust, and make sure you're the one they're talking about, a broken bar in the shadows. Dr. Circuitus grins wickedly. Now that we've covered the fabrication, the testing, and the applications, the stage is set for you to rise to power. With the DoomFab 249, the world and your evil genius awaits. Are you ready to become the next great villain? Of course you are. Mwahaha. End of step 3, 4, and 5, page 13. PowerPoint speech. Dr. Circuitus von Doom, CEO of DoomFab. Slide, step 2a. Your evil plan, DIY fabrication process. Dr. Circuitus von Doom enters with an air of confidence, wearing a lab coat with his signature ominous logo. He looks directly at the audience, giving them a sly grin. Step 2a. Your evil plan. This is where the rubber hits the road, or rather, where the circuits hit the silicon. Now that we've laid the groundwork, let's dive into the DIY fabrication process. This is where you'll begin to feel the power of your creations. Oh, it's like mixing potions, but with far fewer side effects. Unless you count world domination. Step 1, prepare the wafer. First things first, prepare your waferer, and no, not the snack kind, the evil Sealer Sense wafer kind. These wafers are the foundation of your malevolent creations. Start by cleaning it with isopropyl. No, don't skip this step. You don't want any pesky dirt or debris interfering with your evil design. Cleanliness is next to villainy, after all. Pause is for dramatic effect. Once it's clean and pristine, it's time to apply the photoresist, and for this, we use the spin coat Sense. This elegant machine will ensure that the photoresist is applied evenly, creating a perfect foundation for your circuit design. But wait, there's more. You'll dry the coated wafer on a hot plate at 95 degrees C. Because nothing says a diabolical genius quite like the right amount of heat. Mwahaha. Leans forward, speaking conspiratorially. Remember, the spin coat Sense is the best way to achieve uniformity, just like the most well-organized evil empire. No slacking in my lab, my friends. Step 2, project your sinister patterns. Now, let's move to the projection stage, shall we? This is where you'll turn those diabolical ideas into tangible circuitry. You'll load your layout file created in Sinister Sense, of course, into the Dark Projection 9000 Sense. This is the crown jewel of your arsenal, capable of projecting the most sinister patterns with precision that would make even the most evil masterminds proud. Dr. Circuitus flashes a wicked grin. Align the projection onto your wafer carefully. Accuracy here is key. After all, even the smallest error could cause chaos. And not the good kind of chaos. The Dark Projection 9000 Sense ensures that your patterns will be perfect, down to the finest details. If you make a mistake, don't worry, just take a deep breath and remember, even the greatest villains had to start somewhere, probably with more mistakes than they cared to admit. Step 3, develop and etch. And now the fun begins. you'll immerse your exposed wafer in villain can develop a sense to reveal your evil pattern. It's like watching your plans unfold before your very eyes, like watching the first cracks in your empire appear, knowing that soon, the world will bow to you. Dr. Circuitus pauses, eyes gleaming. Now, you'll use the evil etcher sense solution pack to etch away the unnecessary material and transfer your design onto the wafer. This is where the magic happens, where your creation is carved into existence, ready to serve your every diabolical whim. Chuckles darkly. You've now successfully crafted the pathway for your circuits. Just think, in mere moments, you'll be holding a microchip that could control anything, or perhaps even the minds of those who dare to oppose you. Or, just power a really cool LED light show. Either way, it's all good. Dr. Circuitus Von Doom takes a step back, surveying the audience with an air of satisfaction. Now that you've got the basics down, I trust you see just how easy it is to craft your own technological weapons. With a little help from DoomFab, of course. We've provided you with the tools, the knowledge, and the insider secrets to ensure that your circuits will rule the world, or at least your very own underground lair. But remember, the true secret to success is precision. And with DoomFab 249, you'll have that in spades. Dr. Circuitus flashes a devious smile. So, are you ready to get your hands dirty, my aspiring overlords? Because these fabrication steps? They're just the beginning. Cue sinister laugh. End of step 1, 2, and 3, page 14. Slide, step 4A, doping and diffusion. Dr. Circuitus Von Doom walks to the podium, his lab coat flaring dramatically. He gives a dark, knowing smile as he addresses the audience. Step 4, doping and diffusion are the perfect combination of science and sinister precision. This is where we introduce a little phosphorus doping solution to our wafer to create the magic that will power your future evil empire. Think of it as the potion that gives your circuits the strength to carry out your diabolical plans. Pauses for effect, eyes gleaming. You'll start by spin coating your wafer with phosphorus doping solution. This is like applying the first layer of evil. After all, transistors need that touch of villainy to thrive. Grins devilishly. Once that's done, we move to the Inferno Bake module. Sensei. Yes, you heard that right. Inferno Bake. It sounds like it belongs in the heart of a volcano, and that's because it does a broken bar almost. You'll bake your wafer at a scorching 1,000 degrees C to diffuse those dopants deep into the wafer. It's the kind of heat that not only makes phosphorus ions settle in exactly the right places but also makes your enemies sweat. Mwahaha. Chuckles darkly. Remember, this is where your transistors start to come to life. With the right amount of heat, a little phosphorus, and your villainous touch, you're well on your way to having powerful semiconductors at your fingertips. Slide, step 5A, metal layering. Dr. Circuitus flicks his fingers, and a hologram of the metal mayhem quintessence appears above him. He gestures toward it dramatically. Step 5A, metal layering. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dr. Doom, how do I make sure my circuits truly shine with power? Well, this is where the metal mayhem quintessence comes in. It's your secret weapon for turning mere wafers into fully functioning transistors. Pauses, smiling menacingly. You'll begin by depositing aluminum onto your wafer because, of course, nothing says a evil genius like metal. And let's be clear, this isn't just any metal, this is the aluminum that will serve as the conductive paths for your evil devices. We're talking about connections that will ensure your devices run with the same precision as your master plan. Leans in closer, speaking softly, like sharing a forbidden secret. Now, once you laid down the metal, we need to define connections, and for this, you'll use photolithography once again. This is where precision meets perfection, as your connections will be etched with surgical precision. What do you do with the excess metal? Simple, you etch it away, leaving only the purest, most powerful paths for your evil creations. Slide, step 6A, testing the creation. Dr. Circuitus holds up a small, glowing microchip, examining it with an air of satisfaction. Step 6, testing the creation. Because what good is a villainous microchip if you don't know if it works? After all, we can't have you crafting devices that malfunction at the wrong moment, a broken bar like when you're about to take over the world, for example. Smirks. First, we'll use the microscope of DoomSense to inspect your creations for defects. This is the ultimate tool for ensuring that your chips are as flawless as your plans. We don't leave room for mistakes. Every microscopic defect is a potential weakness, and we are allergic to weakness in my lab. Grins wickedly. Once you've passed the visual inspection, it's time for the real test of the probe predicament station sense. This device will test whether your transistors are functional, and trust me, it's as intense as it sounds. Think of it as a trial by fire, but for your circuits. If they pass, you know you're ready to build the next world-changing device. If they fail, don't worry, a failure is merely a temporary setback for those of us with a true villainous vision. Raises an eyebrow. Remember, nothing makes me prouder than seeing my creations pass the test. It means they're ready to serve your evil agenda. and trust me, with DoomFab 249, your chips will be ready for anything, whether it's controlling vending machines, taking over communications, or maybe even powering an underground lair. Dr. Circuitus von Doom looks at the audience with a satisfied smirk. So there you have it, my future tech overlords. Step 4, 5, and 6, doping, diffusion, layering, and testing. Each step is a critical component in your journey to creating the perfect, world-changing, evil chip. With DoomFab 249, you're not just making circuits, so you're crafting the future of evil itself. Chuckles darkly and waves his hand, signaling for the next step. Next, my minions, we shall dive deeper into the realm of power and domination, but for now, continue your journey with these steps, and remember, it's all about precision, power, and control. End of Step 4, 5, and 6, page 15. Slide, Step 3A Villainous Tips for Success. Dr. Circuitus von Doom strides to the podium, adjusts his lab coat with exaggerated flair, and looks the audience over with a sly grin. Welcome back, my ambitious creators of chaos. You've made it this far, and now we move into Step 3A Villainous Tips for Success. This, my friends, is where you truly separate yourself from the mere mischief makers and become a true master of semiconductor evil. Pauses dramatically. First tip, yield maximization. Now, I know what you're thinking, Dr. Doom, I've created the perfect chip. But only 1 out of 100 works. Let me tell you, that's normal. Even Madripoor's finest struggle with yield. Don't panic when your chips don't all come out perfectly. In fact, a little imperfection can be very villainous. It's the chaos in the system that makes it dangerous. Laughs wickedly. Remember, perfection is overrated. It's the flaws that make the creation unpredictable, and isn't unpredictability the heart of any good plot to dominate the world? Smiles darkly. Next up, patience is key. I know, you're eager to see your creations come to life, but rushing through the process is where disaster strikes. Each step in the fabrication process is a masterpiece in the making. If you rush, your chips could have holes, or worse, short circuits, which, let's be honest, is the kind of mistake that can blow up your entire lair. So, take a deep breath, breathe in the dark power of patience, and give each step the time it deserves. Chuckles softly to himself. Finally, learn from mistakes. Now, every villain in the making has a few setbacks along the way. Perhaps your etching didn't turn out as planned, or your doping solution was a little too enthusiastic. But here's the thing, every misstep is a lesson. In this line of work, failures aren't failures, they're valuable data points on your road to perfection. So embrace the chaos, analyze your mistakes, and remember, even the greatest minds, like myself, didn't get to where they are by playing it safe. Nod solemnly, then smirks, learn, adapt, and most importantly never stop plotting. Slide, Step 4A Join the Mad Fab Society Ascents. Dr. Circuitus steps back, raising a finger in the air like he's about to reveal a grand secret. And now, for Step 4, my minions, join the Mad Fab Society Ascents, the exclusive, invite-only club where you can share your sinister successes and, of course, your occasional failures. After all, what's a villain without a little humble bragging? Grins mischievously. Here, you'll connect with other villainous minds, so those who understand the true power of silicon and those who have the same grand ambitions. Whether your goal is global control or just creating the next big thing in electronic mischief, this is where you'll find your fellow conspirators. Pauses for dramatic effect, and if that wasn't enough to entice you, here's the real fun, the Evil Circuit Challenge Ascents. Oh yes, my friends, this is where you can show off your unparalleled creativity, compete for fame, and of course, snatch up those exclusive upgrades for your gear. Think of it as the ultimate villainous hackathon, but with much higher stakes. And, well, a lot more dark power involved. Laughs to himself, show the world, or at least Madripoor, how much more sinister you are than the next tech geek. The Mad Fab Society Ascents awaits your evil genius. Slide, Applications for your creations. Dr. Circuitus pauses dramatically, his eyes gleaming as he addresses the eager crowd. Now let's talk about what you'll do with all that power you're about to fabricate. The applications are endless. You could create a gadget of doom, like a transistorized remote detonator. Picture this, a small, sleek device that you can use to trigger a chain of events leading to the destruction of all your enemies' Wi-Fi networks. Oh, the blissful chaos. Rubs hands together in excitement, or maybe you're more of a spy, seeking to create the ultimate spy circuit. Think secret communication and untraceable, indestructible, and perfect for sending messages from one villainous lair to the next, all while remaining completely undetected. Sounds perfect for your next heist, doesn't it? Leans in with an intense look, and for those of you really looking to up your game, how about a mind control module sense? Imagine installing this bad boy in Madripoor's vending machines to control the masses, one snack at a time. You'll have people queuing up for chips while secretly doing your bidding. Mwahaha. Pauses, smiling to himself. See, the possibilities are endless. With DoomFab 249, you're not just making chips, so you're creating weapons of mass disruption. So what will it be, my little tech tyrants? Will you create chaos, gain power, or just impress your friends with the most diabolical circuits on the market? Dr. Circuitus von Doom stands tall, raising his arms as if presenting the future. So, there you have it. Whether it's learning from your mistakes, joining the Mad Fab Society Ascents, or building the gadget of your dreams, DoomFab 249 is here to make your evil plans a reality. The power to create circuits and conquer the world is now in your hands. Good luck. And remember, in Madripoor, you either innovate or fade into obscurity. Pauses with a sinister smile. Choose wisely, my minions. And remember, the future belongs to those who control the circuits. Dark laugh. End of Step 3 and 4, page 16. Slide 1, Introduction. Dr. Circuitus von Doom stands confidently, adjusts his monocle, and grins at the audience. Welcome, fellow creators of chaos and innovators of the dark arts. Today, we're not just talking about the power of silicon or the beauty of a well-crafted chip. No, today, we discuss numbers, those sinister metrics that rule the world of investment, property acquisition, and, of course, world domination. Grins mischievously, I present to you the financial performance of our Madripoor HQ at 2,701 homemade silicon chips, a property where we've engineered more than just circuits, so we've engineered wealth. Let's break down these KPIs and uncover how we calculate them, and why they're vital to our ongoing quest for domination. Slide 2, Property Metrics Overview. Dr. von Doom gestures dramatically toward the first set of numbers. Let's begin with the basics, shall we? The property is located at 2,701 homemade silicon chips, Madripoor. It's got a spacious 207,006 square feet, but we don't just measure space here, we measure potential. Slide 3, Net Operating Income, NOI. First, let's talk about net operating income, NOI. This is the money that comes in, minus the operating costs. In layman's terms, it's the profit the property generates before we pay off debts or invest in new evil projects. Pauses dramatically. For our property, the NOI is a whopping $3,850,000. This tells me that even though we've got quite a bit of expense going on, the occasional lasers and death rays, this place is still raking in cash. A solid NOI is like good health for your evil aura, it keeps the lights on and the villainous gadgets powered up. Slide 4, Capitalization Rate, Cap Rate. Next, we have the capitalization rate or cap rate. This is a key metric to understand how much profit we're making relative to the property value. Think of it as the efficiency of your evil lair. How much power do we generate for each dollar we spend? Points to the chart. For our property, the cap rate is 10%. Here's how I compute it. I take the NOI, $3,850,000, and divide it by the valuation, $38,500,000. Cap rate equals NOI A tilde middle dot valuation. This means that for every dollar invested in a property, we're generating 10 cents of income, a solid return for any budding overlord. Slide 5, Debt Service Coverage Ratio, DSCR. Now, for Debt Service Coverage Ratio or DSCR. Simply put, this tells us if the property is generating enough income to cover our debt payments. If this number is above 1, we're in safe villainous waters. Shows the graph with the DSCR. Our DSCR is 2.05, which means for every dollar we pay toward our debts, we make $2.05. This ratio is an essential signal to our investors, so we're swimming in profit, and no financial storm will sink us. Slide 6, Occupancy Rate. Next, the occupancy rate. This tells us how much of the property is leased out and how much is sitting vacant. Why? Because empty spaces mean lost revenue. And we never waste space. Chuckles. Our occupancy rate is 86%, meaning 86% of our property is leased out. That's a solid number, but let me tell you, as we improve our villainous offerings, we'll fill those last 14% with tenants who can power our operations even more, or perhaps some new tenants interested in evil secret labs. Slide 7, Effective Gross Income. Effective gross income, is the total income we expect from this property, including rent and other fees. This is the total firepower we've got to fund our next big schemes. For us, the IG is a grand $6,200,000. This is the money machine we keep running, including all sources of revenue from the tenants, and it's also a sign of our successful domination plan. Slide 8, Operating Expense Ratio, OR. Now, what about our expenses? We're not just rolling in money without paying attention to the overhead. That's where the operating expense ratio or OR comes in. This tells us how much of our IG is consumed by expenses. For DoomFab, our OR is 62%, meaning 62% of our income is spent on maintaining our property and its facilities. I'd say that's reasonable, considering we need a few minions to keep the death traps working and the laser beams firing. Slide 9, Loan-to-Value Ratio, LTV. Next up is the Loan-to-Value Ratio, LTV. This metric helps us understand the amount of debt we have compared to the value of the property. In layman's terms, how much leverage we're using to accelerate our power. For us, the LTV is 70%. This means that we've borrowed 70% of the property's value, with the other 30% coming from our own dark resources. Not too high, not too low. This is the perfect balance for maximum evil leverage. Slide 10, IRR, NPV, and cash-on-cash return. Finally, let's talk about some of the advanced metrics of the IRR, internal rate of return, NPV, net present value, and cash-on-cash return. These numbers tell us how profitable this property is over time. For us, the IRR is 9.2%, meaning we're getting a solid return for the investment over the long term. Leans in with excitement, the NPV is $8 million, meaning our property is worth $8 million more than we've spent to acquire and improve it. And our cash-on-cash return is 10%, a perfect sign that we're generating solid returns on the cash we've put into this project. Slide 11, Conclusion. Dr. Circuitus Von Doom leans forward, folding his hands in front of him with a devilish smile. In conclusion, these metrics paint a very promising picture of DoomFab's financial future. From our high NOI and solid cap rate to our safety DSCR and impressive IG, we are on the path to world domination, both in semiconductor and real estate investments. Grins with a wicked gleam in his eye. Remember, in Madripoor, we don't just create circuits. We engineer empires. And with these KPIs, we've got the data to back it up. So, my fellow villains, let's continue to expand our reach and build the most diabolical empire the world has ever seen. Pauses for effect. Power is in the numbers, my minions. Let's use them wisely. Laugh starkly. End of presentation.